Way, hey, hey, welcome everyone. We're back for a game, and here we go. So, our opponent is from Australia, Selenango. And, in case you all didn't know, India eliminated Australia from the recent cricketing World Cup in the group stages. Yeah, I think it was the group or the group Super 8 or whatever, same thing. And it was quite embarrassing, but fitting, because Australia have indeed had the better of us for many years, so it was only appropriate that we return the favor in due course. I should have played h3 actually. Here, I'll play it now, because otherwise this bishop comes in and it just puts too much pressure on this pawn ultimately. The isolated queen pawn. IQP positions. How to deal with IQP positions? You gotta hold this knight solid. That's a key part of it. Holding the knight solid, keeping the pawn steady, and then try to see if you can exploit the semi-open file. Typically, you want to keep minor pieces on the board and remove the heavy pieces, because heavy pieces can line up and gang up on an IQP, whereas minor pieces can float around and do magic. Like here, we just won the bishop pair aspect of the competition, and it didn't take much effort, did it? Now we should try to find a way to hold this, but I don't want this knight to come in and annoy me. That's gonna be annoying. So what do we do? How about if we push this knight forward? Gets a bit messy. Trying to think of a good move here. It's not easy. It seems kind of lame, like a somewhat pointless move, but I do think this bishop diagonal is pretty good. This is gonna come here. He's gonna come here. I've misplayed it. Okay, we'll have to do this approach instead. Rook here to hold on to everything, and queen here to hold on to the knight in case bishop comes here. We've spent a lot of time in this tricky part of the middle game, and now of course bishop pair is important, but it would probably be okay to get doubled pawns in the center might be better, marginally better. Now we got to make sure rook has enough time to come here. We got to speed up a little bit. Yeah, correctly exploiting this now, but it's not a huge deal, I guess, because this is all blocked up as well. The IQP is no longer the focus. Focus has shifted here, in fact, slightly. As long as the knight's there, that's how it's going to be. So he could tuck the knight back now and reimpose the threat here, but he's not doing it like that. He's trying a different approach, and well, that's an invasive move, and this is a scary looking position for white. I mean, this is not the kind of pawn setup you typically want to have for a safe king. Not at all. But we had to make do with this, and now we have to ride the wave. Unfortunately, he does have a move there. I didn't see that one. I was only focusing on this one, so I missed that. It's okay. I'm gonna try to hold on. We're gonna try different attacks. Try uh, keep things together. Get this knight back in the game. There's still plenty of chess to be played. I know I only have 30 seconds left, but would love it if he came with the queen here. I think it opens up a lot of possibilities. Now we're opening up the possibility for the pawn push whenever the pressure on this pawn gets a bit too much. In fact, we pretty much got to do it soon. Now that he's invested time in defending both these weak pawns, which is rook, this bishop maybe can change his modus operandi. Um, okay. Bit dodgy, this whole situation, but I think we'll try to handle it and then see, can I win one of these? What can I do about this? Knight check motif is sort of in play, but he blundered. That's what pressure can do to you. Pressure can do a lot of things. Queen check. He didn't do it. He didn't play the queen check, so we're gonna try to get these angles going for us. Of course he does have queen check, but this bishop here and the king there, it's gonna make sure that he can't do this lovely knight hop. And in fact, the most dangerous piece in the position is gone. And now it should be just a matter of technique. Trade the queens. You could go gobbling for pawns, but you'd risk a drawn position. So go for the queens. Yeah, let's try to hold it like this. It's a bit awkward, it's a bit clumsy, but it's really the best we can do. And it's good enough because you have so much extra material. So, wow, tough game. That was a tough game. Um, really could have gone either way there. Yeah. Let's do a game review. Game review for this one. I know I played the opening or the middle game at least somewhat poorly. So, wow, 91% accuracy? I don't believe that, man. I played like I don't know. What rating does it give? 2400 rating? Really? Okay, my end game may have been really good. That's true. Let's see. Let's check this game out. Seems like we picked a good one. So, so actually taking in the in the center like that is a miss. That's a big blow to me there. Okay, maybe this is a bit better because if he takes and I have this bishop check trick. That's interesting. Haven't actually, ever really paid attention to this. I have to just try to memorize this pattern a little bit because I'm playing too much on automatic mode. So I got to just see this pattern that this kind of trick arises where you can deflect the king and therefore you don't have to worry about this. And you should in fact take this one first. Interesting. Okay. Not the best move, but not bad either. Right. I didn't know exactly what to do here. This is supposed to be an education on how to handle the IQP position, but I'm not sure I succeeded in that regard. But 95, yeah, it's never clear to explain like what's the best IQ way to handle IQP. But here it seems to suggest the pawn advance, knight here, and then capture. But what happens when you capture here? Then you go there. Bishop and queen are still holding on to that one pawn. And then I suppose then you stack up the queens and the rooks here and try to just keep it solid or something. Maybe queen from the angle. Interesting. Okay. So we took this. This was an inaccuracy. It wasn't an easy move, this next one here. I wasn't sure what to do. I did sense this is probably not optimal. Rook there seemed okay. I mean, I could see that I was holding on to things, but I was worried about bishop here and taking this off, and then the knight can capture. And queen wins it back. So yeah, what happens after bishop e4, bro? You can't just show this alone. Let's open the analysis on this position. After bishop e4, you just play something like rook e1. Is there ever bishop takes f3? No. Okay, let's just see what do we do if he plays this bishop x f3? Queen takes, and it's good for white. Even though I was worried about this whole setup, this in principle is apparently good for white because, well, he seemingly can't take the pawn. I have this counterplay. Ah, that's what I missed. In fact, I would be getting rid of this vulnerable liability, the IQP, and taking a nice central pawn there, center of this 3-pack. Interesting. Okay, we've got to hurry up on the analysis, otherwise we will have to abandon the video. So let's go forward. Okay, let's just quickly see what did it suggest here. Yeah, very tactical. Clearly something going on here, but very tactical. I didn't see it. Okay, bishop e4. This is bad. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I played that well in this game. I don't think I played that well in this game. And I was under a lot of pressure here, and I don't think this was that good either. This is better. Okay. What's the subtle difference? Queen d6. Maybe it's more stable somehow, even though this seems like a very threatening square right here. Of course, I can block it at the right time. Yeah, no, the game started to slip away. I was definitely behind in the game. And this all happened, and then he blundered. Yeah. So that's all it was. It was not really a model game to analyze, except for maybe this move. This was a great move. That's overrated. And yeah, the rest of it is simple technique. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that game, and see you later.